reason why you gotta trust the process is because everything will make sense in due time. You won't always understand why in the beginning, but if you do your part and actually see through to, if you actually go through with what it is that's inside of you to do, in due time, it'll make sense to you. I'm gonna say that again the best way I know how. If you do what's inside of you to do, in due time, it will make sense to you. So 8 years ago, I was doing something similar to this on Facebook. I know that I feel my best when I'm encouraging other people, because in the same breath, I'm encouraging myself. I'm reminding myself by reminding you that we have to keep going, because that's the only true way that we lose. You can only lose if you quit. There's no real losses. There's lessons. So in essence, you either win or you learn. You only lose if you quit. So these videos for me have been very helpful in terms of just helping me to keep going, because I have days too where I'm not my best. I have days too where I get hurt. I have days too where I am not proud of myself. I made a mistake, or I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really locked in with what I needed to do, or life's just being life, right? Pain is inevitable. So it's like stuff are just going to happen, right? That are out of your control. But the stuff you can control, like the way you see and understand what's going on, is everything. And you have to understand also that it's going to be times where in that moment you don't understand, but who you put your trust in will help you to keep going until it makes sense, until that revelation happens. So 8 years ago, I was doing some similar videos to this on Facebook, and I kid you not, I'm gonna have to find that video, but I was on Facebook yesterday, and there was a memory of a video entitled "New Views" with the equal sign. New views equal new heights. A video of mine that I posted 8 years ago on Facebook. And here we are 8 years later. It's turned into a book. I would have never thought 8 years ago that would stick with me that long enough to start a YouTube page. Because I would post little videos on here. Like if you really go down on my channel, like I've really been on YouTube for a long time, but at the time I was just putting the videos on here as a place of storage. Like I never wanted to lose the things that I talked about. I didn't know what I would need them for or use them for. I'm just like, let me just put it on YouTube. I know it ain't going nowhere, essentially. But I didn't really start taking YouTube seriously until like the end of December, the beginning of January, where I was looking at it like, no, this could be something big if I move like it can be something big. Like I start seeing YouTube for what it is and the platform that it is and what I can turn it into. So I'm like, let me get back on here and start doing my videos. But now I have a little bit more direction in terms of like making it something more than just me putting videos on here. Now I'm working on a book called New Views, New Heights. I want to rename the channel New Views, New Heights and just see where it goes. I want to document the process of writing a book and talking about a book and meeting like-minded, like-spirited people and we just gonna ride the wave. But I had more of a purpose and why I was on here this time. So that's what making it so different this go round. It's not just aimlessly, you know what I'm saying? It's not just doing something. It's like, nah, like I'm really locked in terms of creating some type of brand from this, and I want people to see me build it. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to do this, is if you build it. It's not going to just fall in your lap. And people need to see you going after your dreams and shooting for the things that are inside of you. Because that is naturally going to create a domino effect for people that connect with you to do it themselves. All right, Charles on top of the world. New views equal new heights. You see my hair was like much smaller right there. New views equal new heights. You see that says July the 8th, 2017. But he said, when I tell you God is too real, I just made a post saying I give up. So once I got done, the first thing I seen was this, and something God inside of me said, he said, God said, watch the video. What? He just had made a post before then saying I give up. Mind you, I'm telling you, me and this person was not friends, Facebook friends. I never met this guy in my life. And I knew then that these videos were bigger than me. And that truthfully was the whole purpose. I already knew, because I could have kept that to myself. But me putting myself out there was me saying, maybe this can help somebody. If it's just one person. If it's just one person, it can help somebody. And I posted that, and I just knew, I was like, yeah, I got to continue doing this, continue spreading light, continue spreading love, continue to make hope louder than the negativity, than the hurt, than the pain that all of us experience at some form, some shape, sometime in life. I gotta make those positives louder than all of that, because they're gonna be there. We fighting our own battles. You gotta trust the process, and you have to trust the creator that put what he put inside of you to do what it is that you need to do, what you need to do. It might not make sense right then, just like this didn't at the time in terms of the big picture, right? But I knew that it was going to be helpful because of what it did for me. It changed my life. And it was around that time where I was really doing a lot of journaling. And in those moments of journaling, I feel like God will download dope stuff that would just stick in my memory, and he would plant them into my soul to where I would be like having a bad day, and I'll be like, new views, new heights. I have a bad day. I got this tatted on me, N with the rain. It's another N, and my favorite flower, sunflower. No rain, no flowers. I would have days where, because I feel like he gave me that would help me to keep going a lot of days. And so those journal entries were super, super important and super vital to who I am today and who I want to be in the future, and what I want new views to be to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I feel like that's part of the process. I feel like this is a part of my purpose, and I'm hoping and praying that you find yours and you trust what's inside of you, what God gave you to do that. So don't think that somebody that's doing something, they doing it is more important than what you doing or what you got going on, because it's not. That's a lie. That's a trick of the enemy that don't want you to tap into your higher self. You are your higher self when you are creating. Child of God, made in his image. The ultimate creator created you in his image. So you're your higher self when you're creating. That's just, you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pull nothing up out your, you know what I'm saying? It's just there already. You just gotta tap in so you can lock in. And once you do that, the sky ain't the limit. It's not. I know we say the sky's the limit. The sky ain't the limit for who you're destined to be, and where life is gonna take you if you trust that process. So yes, I love you with the love of God. Until next time, peace.